Guys, welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I want to debunk a lie. Yeah, so recently in the last few months, Germany released this new visa pathway called the opportunity card, and somewhere there they wrote that you don't really have to learn the German language to move to Germany.
Wait for it.
It's a scam, believe me. It is a systemic scam, and on this video I'm going to be explaining why it doesn't make sense for someone living in Germany and my experience living here. It doesn't make sense if you choose to lean on that, because I've heard a lot of people have already gone to start applying for it. See, if you have applied for opportunity card, just go and be learning German now.
Look at my face.
Just take my advice. I've lived in this country for 6 years and a half. Go now and go and start learning German. God bless you. So here are the reasons why I feel that this is a huge scam. Number one, communication. When you move to Germany, one of the main sources of getting depressed is your ability not to even understand your environment. When I moved to Germany, I didn't know any German. I probably knew number 1 to 6 or 7 that I learned on YouTube. So I didn't know any German, like any substantial German. And now when I moved here, like I didn't understand my environment. Like I would look at shops, I would not even know what is written there. I was confused. I was confused. I felt lost. And that was where some level of depression crept in. Even though after a while it really faced off, because then I was actively learning the language. I was giving my 100% into it to learn the language. And then over time, I even turned it to something fun where I would just go around the streets and copy out things I saw on the road, and then go and what do you call it, translate them at home and be like, oh, okay, that's what they mean. Oh, okay, they mean don't park here. Oh, they mean Lebensmittel, what do you call it, grocery shop. Oh, they mean, you know, I was just beginning. Or Apotheke was was what do you call that thing again? Apotheke was rocket science. Because that's why I couldn't even spell it before I even found out what it meant. Like apotheke means pharmacy. Normal communication will be difficult. Now, there is no guarantee that you will find a job in an area where more people speak English. I know a lot of people like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to stay in Frankfurt. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to stay in Berlin. You might not stay there because these places are quite expensive. You might not be able to get the kind of jobs you want there. You might not even be able to get the kind of life you want there, because those places are noisy and loud. Sometimes you want a really calm, quiet, simple place, a place where you can easily grow, a place that's not too expensive. And now you're thinking you can do that without learning German. Come, let me lay hands on you. I need to lay hands on you. Come, let me lay hands on you. Receive it. Receive brain. Secondly, and this happens every time, like I can count on my hands, I can even count like more people on my, like, than the fingers I have, that people who are going through this thing right now. The second one is job prospects. So when they put this job adverts out there, especially for IT jobs, they say like, oh, you don't have to learn German, a good command of English is necessary. You're like, oh, I have English, oh, I got it. My people, let me tell you what happens. So you get into these companies and you are placed like in one of the lowest positions. Yes. So there you'll be doing a lot of work and you are very likely not to get promoted on time. You are likely not to get promoted on time. They might shift you like a little bit, but there's only so far that they will let you go.
That'll hold them all white.
And if you go ask them why, they'll be like, oh, you know, our partners speak German and you don't speak German, so guys, don't fall for that scam, because in the same time you'll be giving so much to a company and you won't be able to grow in it just because of the German language. Don't play with this, and I'm telling you, if you want to move to Germany, settle it in your mind that you are going to learn German, and you will start now and start exposing yourself to German stuff. Even if you've gotten a job in Germany right now and you're about to move, or you already just moved here and you're like, oh, my job needs only English. I beg you, in the name of everything that you believe in and you hold dear, if you really want to live a life of purpose, you want to achieve your dreams in this country, you have to learn the language. I didn't stutter. Like, I mean it. You have to learn the language. And my third point is, how are you going to make friends? Like, how are you going to make friends? Now, Germany now is a very international country, which means that there are many nationalities in this country. And somehow, because all of us have different mother languages, like mother tongues, when we come here, the common language of communication is German. So in many cases, I can't even communicate with a Cameroonian without speaking German. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I can communicate sometimes with someone from the Middle East without learning German. From Asia, forget it, it is German. German is the only way in many cases that we can communicate. So how are you going to make important friends? How are you going to make important networks? I really feel for people who move to this country and the first thing they do is to go and find a community that is from the country where they are from, and they just stick there and they don't move from there and they just stay there and we choose not to learn. Let me just tell you, you'll be limited. You'll be super limited. You'll be surprised what people know and they cannot tell you. So here's the weird thing about Germany, right? I said this in one of my videos where I was explaining why you should not move to Germany that quickly, or move to any European country that quickly. I explained that information is not right there in your face. There are some things that you have to ask questions before you even know what's going on. And if you're in that situation where maybe you just had a baby, you don't even know the benefits that are for you, you just maybe lost your job, you don't know the benefits that are available to you, all those kind of situations, and you are choosing not to learn the language, guy, you will miss on many things. And again, you even your bank, like, even though I fought with my bank a couple of, not really fought, but I've had these questions back and forth with them about why they can't even send me my letters in English, because these letters are written in high German. Like, even a German needs to put on their glasses to read these letters properly. And you send me an important letter about my money in German. Are you serious?
Are you playing? What type of playing is this?
Just learn the language. You'll be stuck. When your light bill come, you will not even know when you start owing money. And the crazy thing about this country is, the longer you don't pay for what you owe, it will start building up. Before you know, you'll be put under Shufa, like you'll be registered in Shufa as someone who owes. So if you're going to apply for anything, maybe you're going to apply for your permanent residency, you're going to apply for maybe driver's license, whatever it is you want to apply for, you want to even buy a house, you want to buy a car, Shufa, they'll just go and check Shufa. Does this person owe any money? And they will see you there, 2,000 euros, because you are not able to read your letters. Like, how do you even... We'll get there. I don't think that should be my first point, which is so that you are able to read your letters. Learn the language so that you are able to read your letters. You're able to understand the information that is being sent to you on a daily. I've learned German. I have a B2 certificate. I've worked with patients. I've spoken German for the last 5 years, assuming that the first year of my life here in Germany, I wasn't speaking any German. For the last 5.5 years, I've spoken this language. And yet, when my letters come to me, I really have to sit down and go through it slowly. Now, imagine you coming here and you don't speak any German and you expect someone to speak. Like, even your doctor's report is sent to you in German. Do you get the issues here?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Number 5, which will be improving your CV or the weight of your CV. If you've applied for the opportunity card visa, you would have known that maybe having a CV is very important, because then you're coming to look for jobs. Abby, good. Now, in your CV, if you can speak German, I promise you, a German company will choose someone who can speak German over someone who can't, even if the person who can't has some slightly better qualifications or experiences. Is that crazy? And I don't blame them. It's their country. They want to be able to preserve the environment so that they also want to feel comfortable talking with you. They don't want to have to learn a new language just because they want to communicate with their employee. Like, think about it that way. Sometimes it's not just all about you. Sometimes these people also want an enabling environment even for themselves and for their customers. So if you're going to come here, just go and learn the language. It will improve your CV. It will give you that boost you need. Trust me. Number 6, applying for your permanent residency or your citizenship in Germany. Let me just put it point and clear out there. You cannot and will not be given a citizenship in Germany unless you have learned the language. Yes. And in this case, up to a B1 or a B2, because I'm not sure where the new law has put it, but you have to learn the language to even get a citizenship. And even in my case, to even get a residency, like a permanent residency, you cannot learn it. You cannot get it without learning the language, period. Because that is one. And then you also have to write an exam about the history of Germany and things about Germany before you can even get to any of these two. So imagine that you want to write an exam about Germany that is in German, but you don't even understand German. Where we want to stay to help you? Yeah. Where will we start to start helping you? Sure, get. My number 7 is quite connected to number 6, which is being able to access tuition-free schools and training centers in Germany. I know you've heard that there are a lot of schools in Germany that are free tuition and all of that. One way to be able to access most of those schools is to be able to speak the language. Now, this is not because they need you to just have a German language certificate. No, that's because many of these courses are learned in German. For instance, I'm a nurse. Every nurse studying in Germany has to study the course in German. I still don't know of or I've heard of any school in Germany, any university in Germany that actually teaches nursing in English. I've not seen it anyway. It's only in German. And imagine being able to study nursing in Germany, both in university and in the nursing school space, and to get paid even while you're studying, just because you learned the language. Guys, have you seen all the issues around this thing? Why I say that this idea of moving to Germany without learning the language is just you scamming yourself. I feel like you're cutting yourself. You will cut yourself short by not learning the language. See, take it from me. Take my advice. Please go and learn the language. Start the process. Expose yourself to German stuff. Start watching German social media posts, news, those ones that come with subtitles. Start reading like small things. Start getting used to small German words, little by little. Even if your job does not require it, I promise you, by the time you move here and start working here in the first 6 months, you will be told how far you can go without learning the language. And trust me, it is depressing. And you don't want to be there, because you will see how much potential you have, how much learning you have, how much qualifications you have, but you are not able to shoot to your potential, like shoot to the level of your potential, just because you don't know the language. Why not just do yourself some good and just learn the language? So we have come to the end of this video. I hope you love watching it like I love making it. I really hope you learned something. Add a comment down there. Ask your questions down there. If you have any questions, I want to know what you feel about this video. Did this video answer your questions? Did you get a little more enlightened from this video? Down there in the comment section, and I'll be with you there answering all the questions. So guys, in one of my last videos, I introduced you to a language school, but it's online, a one-on-one personal language school where you can learn the German language with one teacher. So you don't have to be in a huge class. Guys, that offer is still available. I'm going to be adding that link under this video again, so you can contact them. And trust me, these guys have a 100% success rate in TELC and in GOET exam. So why not just take it? Like, it is great. It's a great opportunity for you to learn the language, and I think you can make it. All right, see you guys on my next video. Bye.
You make me feel like I'm made of colors, just you and me, ignore the others. Do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause I do.